Good morning, respected employers, my HR fraternity friends and colleagues, and other cross functional friends and colleagues. Today I am going to share about something HRBP, Human Resource Business Partner. This terminology has come up with a huge change paradigm in the job role, deliverables, and key result areas, key performance indicators of HR fraternity, mostly in the large organization or medium large organizations. But today my video is focused on essence of human resource business partner in small and medium size organization. In my earlier video, I have tried to stress on the need of small and medium sized entrepreneurs, small and medium sized organizations, top management, and other fraternities to focus on and to give due value to HR function for sustainable growth and development in the business, be it manufacturing, be it services, whatsoever. Hopefully, those have been taken into note by many may not. But essentially, for growth, diversification in any way, in any mode, every organization, whether small, medium, or large, restructuring of organization as per business needs has to be carried out from time to time, which is ever dynamic, never a static. So for that purpose, there is a role of HR fraternity in a big way to restructure organization, understanding the business of the business, but not, of course, copying the other organization or copying from book or so and so forth. So at the same time, I am trying to address my HR fraternity friends and colleagues to be realistic wherever they are working. They need to understand the business of the business and the dynamics of the business and need of the business as a whole. Following restructuring comes the question of talent acquisition or manpower hiring, whatever we call, of the right size, of right fit, at the right time, of right quality, and with right benefits and compensation that the business profitability matches with requirement of skills and competencies required for so and so forth has to be taken into mind. In my video talent acquisition, I have given a lot of details, the challenges of talent acquisition as well. Third point is, many times or most of the times, small and medium sized organization does not follow. Even the HR fraternities of the small and medium sized organization does not follow the induction process in a rather ethical as also religious way as it should be. Failing which, what happens is the gap between organizational requirement, role requirement versus the competencies versus the skills of the new hired people or the old people does not match or becomes obstacle for the individuals to perform in absence of clarity on job description, roles, responsibilities, KRAs, KPIs, or wherever the scorecard is there, that is also. So, in onboarding is very much important. Induction process has to be very much critical, catalytic, appropriate at the right time, in the right process as a whole, so that from right day on, the individual who has been hired is groomed to be accommodated, adapted with the organization in a whole set, so that there does not remain any sort of gap in understanding. And HR has a very big role, followed by cross-functional fraternities who are the users of the people being taken in the organization, new or old, whoever is. Next point is, yes, in medium-sized, small-size organizations, policies are almost say absent. Why this is? It is because the whims, the wheels, the dynamism, or the ownership mindset, or the ownership set of thinking works much more than the policies. That's why there is no policy. Policies, even though are there, violations are there. So every small or medium organization, whatever it be, a very practical HR policies, procedures, processes has to be set up so that the things go in a way, in uniform way across the organization, and owners or the entrepreneurs or the top management does not need to enter into the day-to-day HR operations. If they enter into the day-to-day operations, then they forget the strategic part of their responsibility, and they limits their own growth as also the growth of the organization for the future. So this is very much important to design HR policies, procedures, processes in comprising of all the dimensions and variables whichever is needed for HR policy in the organization, in the small and medium-sized organizations. Of course, the large organization does have, but it is not never a static one. It is dynamic with the changes in the business, with the changes in the people profile, so on and so forth. Next is productivity improvement drive has given, and for that also competencies, skills metrics are required to be taken off as a core function in the organization, so that gaps in the skills and competencies are identified, training and development activities are given, competencies improvement activities are given due focus, and management development also is taken care of very much categorically. That includes the entrepreneurs and the top management as well. Next is employee retention is very much challenge in the small and medium-sized organizations because of lot of limitations. Those I am not going to discuss here. A lot of limitations are there, both from the employee side, both from the HR side, both from the cross-functional user side, as also the entrepreneurs and the top management. So retention has to be taken very much seriously by the top management, by the entrepreneurs. Otherwise, they are going to invest an indirect cost which they never reckon. But if they reckon it, they'll find it how much costly is the attrition and how much benefit and gains are attributed by the retention, but retention of the right people, of right skills and right competencies, what I am trying to say here. Next is HR has to be supported. Rather, let me say, HR has to be conceived by the top management, entrepreneurs of the small and medium-sized organization in a realistic, not a ritual way, but as a principle, as a policy, as a vision, as a mission. Because unless they value HR for themselves, for others, for the organization, HR function cannot succeed in such organizations. Therefore, HR, top management, entrepreneurs has to accept HR function as a core function in the organization, besides and apart from production, marketing, so on and so forth. Production, marketing are secondary function. than the HR function. It has to be taken into consideration. Next is build competence-based balance scorecard, so on and so forth, and competitiveness within the organization, and employer credibility has to build so that within the given market compete over competition, people in the organizations are competent and skilled enough, competent enough and groomed enough to cope with any sort of competition, competitive forces, competitive threats, which may be in the way of innovation, productivity improvement, so on and so forth. And for this, a strong HR function has to be there, and that has to be taken care of by the top management, by themselves, by giving time, effort, so on and so forth, with the, and support the HR functionaries to work in a challenging environment, competitive environment, need-based environment, understanding the business of the business. Hopefully, in this video, I could give some food for thought for the medium and large size organizations, entrepreneurs, top management to lay due heed on the essence, importance, and necessity of HR as a core function much before than the production, manufacturing, marketing, so on and so forth functions. Thank you very much. In description, I have given some more details. Hopefully, those will give some food for thought, and the entrepreneurs, top management of the small, medium-sized organizations will go ahead with those to sustain, to create a sustainable value-adding paradigm in the organization, to build organizational capability, individual capability, competitiveness, as to compete over the competition. Thank you very much.